Ladies and gentlemen, insomniacs, and anyone who's ever regretted a late-night text, welcome to Legal Suit Decoded, the only show where the legal drama is so wild. Even the Kardashians are taking notes. Tonight, we're diving into the trial that's got more twists than Diddy's old hairstyle. The federal case of Sean Diddy Combs. Yes, Diddy, once the king of bad boy for life, now just hoping it's not jail boy for life. So, what's the headline? Diddy, the man who gave us Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, is now finding out if that applies to federal prison. On day one of his blockbuster trial, prosecutors rolled out allegations so lurid, even HBO said, "Whoa, tone it down, guys. We're talking racketeering, trafficking, forced labor, and enough freakoffs to make Studio 54 look like a church bake sale." So here's everything we know. Diddy, 55, music mogul, fashion icon, and, if you believe the government, part-time Bond villain, is accused of running his own criminal enterprise, complete with kidnapping, arson, and sex crimes. And not the fun kind of bad boy, either. If convicted, he's looking at up to life in prison. That's right, Diddy might go from all about the Benjamins to all about the bunkmates. The prosecution kicked things off with a bang, literally, if you count the hotel surveillance footage. The jury watched Diddy chasing, knocking down, and kicking his ex Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway. That's not exactly the choreography we remember from his music videos, but what do we know? Diddy's trying new stints from here and there. And if you thought that was the low point, well, better hold on to those seats. The first witness, a security guard, described Diddy's devilish stare and Cassie's purple eye. And get this, Diddy even tried to bribe the guard to make it all go away, because nothing says innocent like, "Hey, forget what you saw. Here's a little something for your troubles." If only hush money came with frequent flyer miles, Diddy could have avoided the whole trial by just flying to a country with no extradition. But wait, there's more. Enter Daniel Phillip, a male escort who testified he was paid to have sex with Cassie, while Diddy watched and gave instructions. Apparently, Diddy's idea of a fun night is less Netflix and chill and more freak off and bill. Phillip said he was told to urinate on Cassie because when you're a billionaire, you don't just cross lines, you build new ones and then dance on them in high heels in a bathrobe. The prosecution's argument? Diddy used his money, power, and inner circle to trap women in these drug-fueled threatening them into silence. The defense? Sure, he's violent, but that's just his kink. They admit he's got a temper, but say this is all about consensual adult relationships that just happen to include a little light kidnapping and arson. You know, like every healthy romance. Let's not forget the courtroom drama. Diddy's family was there. His mother, his kids, and probably his lawyer's therapist. His daughters left during the graphic testimony, which is fair, because who wants to hear about dad's freak-offs? Meanwhile, Diddy was in court, looking thinner, grayer, and probably wishing he'd stuck to producing records instead of allegedly producing federal crimes. So what's the public's reaction? The media circus outside the courthouse is so intense, people are offering $600 just to stand in line. That's more than some of Diddy's old artists ever got paid. Social media is ablaze, with hashtags like Freak Off the Record and Bad Boy for Life sentence trending. Even OJ is watching this one and thinking, yikes, that's a lot of evidence. So what does this all mean for the music industry? Well, if Diddy goes down, the only remix he'll be dropping is his prison jumpsuit for an orange one. The case is raising big questions about celebrity power, consent, and just how many crimes you can allegedly commit. Are we finally ready to hold our icons accountable? Or is this just another episode of Rich People Behaving Badly Federal Edition? And seriously, is freak off going to be the new word of 2025? Because if so, I'm canceling my gym membership. To wrap up day one of the Diddy trial was a masterclass in how not to live your life if you want to avoid federal prosecution. The prosecution has painted a picture of a man who turned his empire into a criminal playground. The defense says he's just misunderstood. A regular guy who likes his relationships with a little extra drama and a lot of NDAs. Stay tuned, because this trial is just getting started. And if day one is any indication, we're in for more plot twists than a season of Succession. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your lawyer you love them, just in case you ever get invited to a freak-off. Until next time, remember, if someone offers you $600 to stand in line for a trial, take it. It's the only guaranteed payout in this whole mess.